The Five Barbarians and 16 Kingdoms period was one of the darkest and most chaotic eras in Chinese history. Wars, massacres, plundering, and even some of the most horrifying instances of cannibalism in Chinese history occurred during this time. The protagonist of today's story, Murong Chong, was born in this turbulent age. He was the son of Emperor Jingzhou, Murong Jun. As a prince, he was extraordinarily handsome and was granted a princely title at the age of 9, seemingly favored by fate from birth. However, war, like a cruel hand, pulled him from heaven into the depths of hell. At that time, his country, the former Yan, was weakened by internal power struggles. Meanwhile, their rival, the former Qin, grew increasingly powerful. In 370 CE, the former Qin's ruler, Fu Jian, led a massive army to destroy the former Yan. Everything the Yan state had, its territory, wealth, and people, fell into Fu Jian's hands. Among these spoils of war was Murong Chong himself. The first time Fu Jian laid eyes on him, he was captivated by the boy's exceptional beauty and took him as a male concubine. At that time, Murong Chong was only 12 years old. A boy who should have enjoyed a carefree youth became a pet in the court of an enemy ruler. Murong Chong also had an older sister, the Qinghe princess, who was only 14 at the time. She was renowned for her beauty and becoming one of his concubines. Thus, the siblings' fate was entirely under Fu Jian's control. The phoenix, a mythical bird in Chinese legend, is said to rest only on the parasol tree and eat only bamboo. Murong Chong's nickname was Phoenix. Fu Jian was extremely fond of Murong Chong. In an effort to please him, Fu Jian ordered tens of thousands of parasol trees and bamboo plants to be planted, treating him as if he were the divine bird of legend. Yet, Murong Chong felt only profound humiliation. He was not a homosexual. As a prince of royal blood, his noble status made his transformation into the enemy's plaything all the more unbearable. This dark chapter of his life inflicted lasting psychological wounds. Fu Jian's minister, Wang Meng, noticed Murong Chong's growing favor and worried he might become a future threat. He advised Fu Jian to expel Murong Chong from the palace. Under pressure from his ministers, Fu Jian sent the boy out of the palace and appointed him as the governor of Pingyang. This marked the beginning of Murong Chong's gradual escape from Fu Jian's control. As he grew older, Murong Chong's hatred for Fu Jian deepened, and he longed to restore his nation. Eventually, the chance for revenge arrived. Fu Jian suffered a catastrophic defeat at the Battle of Fei River, and his control over the various ethnic groups within his empire began to weaken. Taking advantage of this opportunity, many groups rebelled against the former Qin Empire. As a member of the former Yan's royal family, Murong Chong quickly gathered a powerful army and set out to punish the man who had caused him such humiliation. Fu Jian had not anticipated that his former male concubine would rebel. He was both shocked and furious. He sent a messenger with a luxurious robe as a gesture of goodwill, a robe they had once used together. Fu Jian hoped Murong Chong would remember the relationship they once had. However, what Fu Jian saw as a cherished memory was, for Murong Chong, a reminder of unbearable pain. The gesture only deepened his hatred. In 385 CE, Murong Chong declared himself emperor at Afang City and launched an attack that successfully captured Chang'an. Fu Jian abandoned the city and fled in panic. In this victory, Murong Chong unleashed years of pent-up hatred, ordering his troops to slaughter without restraint. The city became a living hell, with rivers of blood flowing and countless civilians killed or wounded. After his revenge, however, Murong Chong did not fulfill his soldiers' expectations of reviving the Yan state. He indulged in the wealth and comfort of Chang'an, drained of energy and purpose after his bloody vengeance. He decided to settle in Chang'an rather than restoring his homeland. This attitude of complacency deeply disappointed his soldiers. They had once seen Murong Chong as a beacon of hope, but now they were left with only despair and rage. In 386 CE, his left general, Han Yan, staged a coup and led his forces into the palace. The once proud phoenix met his end, surrounded and killed in the very city he had clung to, at the age of just 27. Murong Chong's life was as fleeting and brilliant as a shooting star. From a prince to a concubine, from an avenger to a failed emperor, he burned through everything but left no lasting legacy of the phoenix's rebirth on earth.